Long Neck Josh, the Joey Deez. This is the Canvas Critique.
It's a new day! Yes, it is! Has just tipped up here tonight. Ruthless aggression. The irresistible force meeting the immovable object. R.K.O. He is broken in half! Ooh, yeah! Yes! Can't see me. This is my yard now. What's it gonna do when Hulkamania in the largest arms in the world run wild on you? I lie! I cheat! I steal! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! The Austin era has begun! And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
The man.
The boyhood dream has come true. Just sit back, relax. It's gonna get good. Rest in peace.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Longneck Josh back with another video, and today we are going to be reviewing Survivor Series 2020 on what is the 10th episode of Canvas Critique. I am joined once again by my co-host Joey Deez.
What's up, what's up, what's up? We made it, Josh. We made it to 10 episodes.
We did. That's incredible. You know?
It's a milestone. It's our first big milestone.
Yeah, I'm really happy we decided to do this though. Like, I mean, I think the next big milestone coming up, because we'll probably hit this milestone before we hit 20, is finishing out a full year of pay-per-views, and that will be whichever the pay-per-view before WrestleMania 37 is.
Correct. Yeah, I'm looking forward to our 1-year anniversary coming up.
Yeah.
Teak.
It's crazy to think about. We've been doing this for almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm really glad we came up with this idea. And, you know, hopefully it's something that we continue to do for a long time to come.
Yes, sir.
But regardless, this is the 10th episode. Of course, Ty Dillinger would be very proud of us. So,
10. I'm holding my fingers up just for it.
Sorry, Vince McMahon.
I'm holding both hands up. I'm holding both hands up just for everybody to know.
All right.
And
well, as I said, we're going to be reviewing Survivor Series 2020. Good show. Was a little disappointed that NXT wasn't in Survivor Series this year, but due to COVID, I understand why they weren't.
yeah, I mean, last year was a treat, you know. I think Survivor Series is supposed to be Raw SmackDown, though, so I was okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. So you want to just go ahead and dive right in?
Let's do it.
All right. So we are kicking things off on the kickoff show with a dual-branded battle royal. of course, you all know how this works. Whichever superstar wins the Battle Royal, whichever brand they represent gets the win. So The Miz picked up the win, and honestly, was actually a pretty cool win because he appeared to have been eliminated, but he re-entered the ring before being knocked to the floor.
Yikes.
Yeah, and I was like, I was telling myself this whole time, like, Miz isn't out yet. People think whoever thinks he's out is dumb. I am
Oh,
still in,
man.
and I knew he was going to come in and eliminate whoever was the last one in. But we did get a little bit of a treat. Gable and Dominic Mysterio put on a pretty cool final two, or what we thought was a final two. Both great athletes in the ring. I'm very impressed with how Dominic Mysterio has been doing.
He should have won.
I agree. And Chad Gable, very underrated. He's a great athlete, of course, a former Olympian. So it was cool getting to see those two match up. And yeah, unfortunately, The Miz had to come in and win.
Yeah, I had an issue with this because we've seen so many battle royals won like this, and first of all, Miz shouldn't have won, Dominic should have won, and the way they did it was just very repetitive. It's on repeat, at this point, where
Right.
these battle royals are won one of two ways: either somebody gets taken outside the ring who didn't go over the top rope and ends up coming back and winning, or someone gets eliminated supposedly, or everybody thinks they're eliminated, and then they come back in the end and win it. So
The Miz won the Intercontinental Championship that exact same way. I can't remember which pay-per-view it was, but it was a pay-per-view back in 2014 where The Miz just came back with his new Hollywood gimmick, and I guess he got thrown through the ropes or something, and he came back in and ended up eliminating somebody last to win the Intercontinental Championship. I think it was Battleground. Look that up. But it was either like Battleground or Payback. But
I
I
was
know
gonna
The
say
Miz.
Payback.
But yeah, so it's just something we've seen before from the same wrestler too.
You sure it was 2014?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2014.
Got you.
But yeah, so The Miz, I knew The Miz did it though, whether it was 2014 or another year, regardless. So it's just like a
Oh, so it's not 2014.
When was it?
Well, I don't know. You said whether it was 2014 or not, so you don't know for sure. Hold on, I'll find it.
I'm pretty sure it is. But
Yep. Last eliminating Dolph Ziggler. That was Battleground 2014.
yeah.
I can't say I remember that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just, it came back in my head a little bit. Like, I remembered there was somebody who did it, and I was like, wait, The Miz did that before. Like, when you said that it's very repetitive, which obviously it is.
Oh God, that was a star-studded battle royal.
Is that
Yeesh.
sarcasm? Who's in that battle royal?
Oh boy. Xavier Woods, Zack Ryder, the Great Khali, Sin Cara, R-Truth, Curtis Axel, Damian Sandow, Diego Ryback, Titus O'Neil, Alberto Del Rio, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Cesaro, Heath Slater, Bo Dallas, Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler.
Interesting.
And yes, that was sarcasm, Josh.
Yeah, I could tell.
There's some good names in there. Don't get me wrong. I mean, all of those names are decent, but
Could have been a lot better names in there.
Yeah. It also was 2014.
Yeah.
So the talent pool is not where it is now, but still.
Right. And I mean, this was before like Curtis Axel was.
Anything?
Well, no, because when Curtis Axel debuted with that name, he went on a winning streak. He beat like Triple H and John Cena in his first 2 matches.
Right.
They were building him up, and then I think that was in 2013, and then he ended up winning the Intercontinental Championship that same year. So I mean, I don't know if he was back down to not being so great at that
He's.
time.
I think he started teaming with
Ryback.
Ryback.
Yeah, because they were Rybacksel.
Yeah, that was about that time.
Did you mention Ryback was in that Battle Royal too?
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple of those names weren't big back then. Like Big E wasn't what he is now. Kofi's always going to be Kofi, even though he broke out a couple years ago. Cesaro.
Yeah,
You know.
but I mean, if you look at the championship though, those are good names for an Intercontinental title match. You had all 3 members of the New Day in there. I think this was before the New Day was a thing.
You had Heath Slater and Bo Dallas, don't forget.
Yeah. The Social Outcasts. Who could forget those?
Oh my God, is that what they were then?
I don't think they were that then, but I mean.
But they were going to be, yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, I forgot about the Social Outcasts.
You forget about a lot of teams. Like, it's just crazy.
if a team is together and they don't do anything, it's gonna be forgettable.
Retribution?
Who?
Retribution question mark?
Who's that?
Yeah,
They're dead and buried. They're done.
unfortunately.
Done. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling. Listen, we're talking Survivor Series today, but I'm just gonna mention how Retribution took another loss the other night. And that officially nails the coffin closed.
What this Survivor Series should have been, and I've mentioned it on here before, I'm sure, is it should have been Team WWE versus Team Retribution. That's what they should have built up.
Well, yeah, but there was like 20 of them, and now they're down to like 2.
5.
No, literally, they're coming to the ring. The last time they came to the ring, they weren't even a whole group.
Yeah, there was only like 3 of them. It was only the 2 that competed in the match. I think Slapjack and Reckoning, and then Ali was with them.
Yeah. It's over.
They got it. They really ruined that.
It's over, Josh. There's no going back now. I told you last recording, which was before this week's Raw, if they take one more loss and look weak doing it, it's over. And they did that.
Yeah, because they lost to Ricochet and Dana Brooke.
Oh, boy.
Nothing against Ricochet and Dana Brooke, but if you wanted Retribution to be something special,
they have to beat them.
Yeah. But, oh well. It's whatever. So yeah, Raw wins the first match of the night, goes up 1-0. And now we head to the main show, and we kick things off with the men's Survivor Series elimination match.
Yes.
Let's just talk about what happened to Rollins.
What happened to Rollins?
Is that built like we haven't seen him since then, and obviously we all know he's home with Rebecca, but
her name's Becky Lynch.
That's interesting. For the greater good. I'm interested to see how he returns.
Why'd you call her Rebecca? You
I
know
don't
her?
know. I mean, I guess I could have called her Becky.
All of a sudden, she's Rebecca Quinn.
Well, I mean, you know who I'm talking about. Everybody knows who I'm talking about.
Mama Becky Lynch.
Mama Becky.
Congratulations to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
Yes, congratulations to them. What did they name their kid again? It was in like
Rue?
Rue? Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, congratulations to them.
Like
I'm very happy
Rusev.
for them. Oh, God. Ruru.
Ruru. Yeah, congratulations to them. Yeah, what happened to Rollins here, man? That I don't know. He asked to be tagged in and then
For the greater good, just took a kneel and let
laid
Jameson
down.
broke.
Oh, he
He
took the
didn't lay
bro
down.
kick, right? Yeah, he took
Jameson with a broke.
It's just like, what, dude?
Yeah.
Why? It didn't make sense really to me.
It didn't make sense to me either. And I could tell this match wasn't things weren't looking good for SmackDown, especially after Rollins got eliminated.
Is he coming back as a face?
I don't think so. I think he's gonna come back as a heel.
Daddy Seth?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't come back as a heel.
I don't know. I just don't understand the kneeling and taking the bro kick and I don't know. I couldn't figure that out. I still can't figure that out. But anyways, it was interesting to see.
I gotta figure it out when he comes back.
What's that?
Hopefully we do. I really want an explanation when he comes back.
Oh, you know we won't get one. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah. But
It'll be forgotten.
yeah, after that it was just like a clean sweep for Raw, which was really surprising.
Yeah.
Owens was the next one to go out, and then I think it was like who was after Owens? I think Corbin was after Owens, and then Otis, and then that left Jey Uso.
Yeah.
And with this whole thing going on with Roman, I thought Uso was gonna at least pick up like one elimination or something.
No. The whole reason he didn't was to kind of light a fire under his ass from Roman, so Roman could get all over him and show him, like, you need to pick it up. So I was actually confused, like, while the match was going on. I was like, why is SmackDown getting buried? And I know they usually get buried in Survivor Series, but why are they getting buried so badly right now? But then I kind of realized the more the match went on, I thought to myself, either Jay's gonna come back and win this entire thing by himself, or he's gonna get beat and hear it from Reigns. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh no! What I was thinking is that somehow Jey Uso was gonna eliminate 4 of the members of Team Raw by himself, and then get eliminated at the end, and then he would have went to Roman and be like, "Look, man, I eliminated 4 guys on my own," but Roman would have still been on him because he didn't win.
Yeah.
But
no, I think it was good that they got swept.
Yeah. So yeah, that puts Raw up 2-0. And what's interesting is that every member of Team Raw on the men's team got an elimination.
Did they really?
I believe so. Yep. Because Rollins got eliminated by Sheamus, Owens got eliminated by Styles, Corbin got eliminated by Riddle, Otis got eliminated by Strowman, and then Uso got eliminated by Keith Lee.
Yeah, so they did a good job leading up, on all the Raws leading up, building tension between the Raw stars, the Raw team there, making everyone believe that they wouldn't have a chance to win, and then they go in and sweep and win. That was incredible to see. Those guys fighting each other every week, not getting along, never on the same page, and then pretty much not having a single problem beating SmackDown. Although Rollins did lay down, I think that still it makes Raw look, as much as it makes SmackDown look weak, I think it makes Raw look really strong.
Yeah.
Or at least those 5 guys, those 5 stars.
Mhm.
So really
Yeah.
good match though. I thought this was really well done.
Yeah, and SmackDown did get offense in. They just didn't get an elimination.
Right.
So, I can't complain too much about it. The next match with Raw up 2-0, we go to the tag team champions squaring up against each other. We have the Street Profits, who are the SmackDown tag team champions, taking on the Raw tag team champions, the New Day.
Haha.
And this was top 3 for me, without a doubt. Top 3 matches of the night.
Oh, this was match of the night. This was my match of the night right here.
Okay. Oh yeah, and that broke a streak of like 2 consecutive pay-per-views that I had like match of the night being the opening match. But regardless, this was the second match on the show, and this was an excellent tag match. Great selling by Montez Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he didn't, how Montez Ford, like, he does the frog splash, and he usually gets the pin for the Street Profits. But he hit the frog splash. He didn't get the pin. He was unable to get the pin. So like seeing Montez sell that throughout the whole match after the New Day was working on his ribs, that was amazing.
The air he gets on that move is incredible. I've never seen someone go off the top that high.
Oh
and then
yeah.
The impact he hits with makes you actually feel that. Like, you can feel the impact as soon as he hits the mat because he bounces so high up in the air. And he ends up, like, sometimes almost even doing a handstand. Because he bounces so far into the air, he almost ends up flipping over.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was downstairs putting up Christmas ornaments on the tree with my parents, my sister, and my niece. And my niece, who's nearly 3 years old, she's messing around. And I'm laying on the floor messing around with her. And she just hit like a splash right on my ribs. And
Oh, she's training?
I guess, I don't know. I had my dad count a pin. Just because, why not? Yeah, enough about that. Great match overall. These 2 teams. And the fact that they hit the midnight hour, but I don't think that they got they obviously didn't get the pin, but I think
they
that
didn't.
Ford kicked out. I don't think Dawkins saved it.
Yeah, I think he did kick out, and I was surprised with that too. But a lot of energy, like between the 2 teams, all 4 of these guys, tons of energy, excuse me, and a very good chemistry in the ring these 2 teams had. I really enjoyed this match. I can watch these 2 teams go at it all the time. And
this was the match I was most looking forward to heading into Survivor Series, and it definitely didn't disappoint. So
it's almost like
it's a win.
It's almost like not to say that the New Day is going out or anything, but it's almost like the passing of the torch of like that, that very entertaining, young, energetic type tag team.
Right.
That next up and coming fan favorite tag team. And although the Street Profits are already loved and admired by many, I think that beating the New Day obviously is another feather in the cap, and I think that doing it on a Big 4 pay-per-view meant that much more. It wasn't for a title or anything, but it was just kind of like the passing of the torch, saying, this is the team that is the team to watch for the next few years.
Yeah.
In the ring and out of the ring, just as the New Day are. The New Day aren't just an in the ring. they're a very entertaining
Out
tag
of the
team.
ring.
Yeah. So and so is the Street Profits.
Let's go ahead. There's 3 more things I want to talk about this match. Number 1, Big E came out at the beginning with the New Day, and they were wearing Gears of War costumes.
Yeah, that was cool.
And it kind of reminded me of what they wore back at WrestleMania 32 when they came out of that big box of Bootios.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really cool to see. There was another when
They always do good. They always have good gear.
yeah, and there are 2 highlights that Ford had in this match, other than just the frog splash, of course.
Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah, Trouble in Paradise on Kofi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody's ever done that.
I don't know if anyone's ever done it.
Or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. I don't think anybody's ever done that to Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah, that was really cool to see. Like, especially with 2 babyface teams going at it, and one of them is like stealing the other's finisher.
Yeah, that was cool.
And yeah, apparently I think I remember this. Montez Ford hit a sliced bread, but he used like Angelo Dawkins' body to run up or to kick off of.
Oh yeah. He did. He ran up Dawkins.
Yeah. And hey, we're talking about Ford in this match a lot, but you know, all credit to all 3 of these men. They put on a fantastic. Or 3 of the other men.
Mm-hmm. They all did a great job. Ford's the star here, though.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, I mean, he's the guy. You know, I could see him holding the world title one day, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'd love to see that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, we move on. Well, I guess I should update. The score after this match was 2-1, still in favor of Raw.
Yeah.
And after that, we had the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn taking on the United States Champion Bobby Lashley. And I mean, it wasn't a great match, but I don't think it was that bad of a match, considering Sami Zayn was trying to get the Hurt to get disqualified.
I love Sami. He's such a coward, and he tries so hard to get out of match in whatever way possible, and he did that again. I like the Vertigo deal. You know, going back to a couple years ago when he did get vertigo, and then he tried to claim that he had vertigo again in this match, and then he needed a few minutes to regroup. And then I believe he tried to run away at some point here.
Oh my God!
Tried to get Lashley countered out, yelling for the referee to count faster and faster as Lashley's out like on his feet on a 2 count.
I think he was trying to like walk away from the match, and then he intentionally made it look like MVP tripped him.
Yeah.
That Sami Zayn, very entertaining.
He's awesome, man. Every time I watch him, he does something different, you know, and that's what I like most about him. It's never the same thing twice. It's always something different with Sami Zayn, and he's a great heel. I never realized what great of a heel he was, I guess, until he became one. Yeah, I guess. You know?
I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't stand Sami Zayn when he first became a heel, but that's what heels are supposed to do. They're supposed to make you not stand them.
Yeah.
So Sami Zayn been an incredible heel, an incredible champion, and obviously he can still do a lot of in-ring like stuff that he did as a babyface, and we're going back, I think 2 pay-per-views here, or maybe 2 pay-per-views back to the ladder match at Clash of Champions. We saw that Sami Zayn did some great stuff in the ring in that ladder match.
Yeah.
I believe against Styles and Hardy. So, and then, when he's going up against a bigger opponent, he's trying to cower out. Very, very interesting. And
Very creative, very creative. I don't know if someone's giving him all these ideas, and he's just doing a great job with it, or if he's coming up with these ideas and doing a great job with it too. Either way,
right.
He's A+ in my book with everything he does. He's definitely a guy. He's a guy you want to keep around for a long time.
Yeah, and remember,
you don't want to lose him. You don't want
do
to
you
lose
remember
him.
back with that one Raw when he brought up AEW? Do you not remember that?
I mean, I don't think he said AEW.
He did. He clearly said AEW. He was doing some like lie detector test or something in the ring, and fans were asking him questions, and he was like, "You guys are asking dumb questions. Come on, you can ask me about anything. You could even ask me about AEW." And the whole like his face was just like, like he was mocking the crowd, like he did not just say that.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'd have to watch that again.
Definitely watch that again. Like, he got a huge reaction out of the crowd, which he should, because he's bringing up another company. It was kind of like when Kurt Angle brought up TNA as hiring to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But yeah, that's some good stuff. But going back to the match, Bobby Lashley picked up the win. I think we all saw this coming.
Yeah,
just Bobby
Lashley hasn't lost a match in a long time.
Yeah, and that's good for him. And, I'm really starting to think who's going to be the one to take the U.S. title off of Bobby Lashley. Do you have any guesses?
No. I wish I did. I don't know, like who's even on Raw anymore?
I think they're gonna. I want to say they're gonna build up Keith to take the title off of him.
Yikes! I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah. In my personal opinion, if you're having Sheamus turn babyface, I think he'd be a good option.
Sheamus turning babyface?
I mean, he's been working with Drew McIntyre the past few Raws.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna turn babyface. But I don't know. It's a good question. I'd like to see maybe I don't know, somebody completely new. Just definitely not Keith Lee for me.
That's fair. What about Riddle?
Matt Riddle would be a better option.
Yeah. I could see Riddle winning the U.S. title too. Like, he's pretty entertaining in my opinion. A lot of people don't like him, but I enjoy watching him wrestle in the ring.
Could be Strowman.
Yeah.
Strowman a face or a heel anymore? Do we know this?
I want to say he's a heel because he headbutted Adam Pearce.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's suspended, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if I went to work and headbutted my boss, I would have probably got fired.
Oh, 100%. But this is WWE.
This is WWE. You can hit people.
Gosh, when Stone Cold hit that first stunner on Vince McMahon, that and then just attacking Vince McMahon, or any McMahon really, or any authority figure, I should say, became sort of like a common thing.
Yeah, we've had a lot of them. We've had Roman Reigns, Superman punch Vince McMahon.
Kevin Owens freaking attacked Vince McMahon.
He headbutted Vince McMahon, actually.
And then he hit a frog splash on
him.
But yeah, and it's with the other guys too. I mean, you've seen AJ Styles take out Shane McMahon.
Oh,
that
didn't
was
we see? We saw AJ Styles slap Vince McMahon too
Did we?
backstage. Yeah.
Interesting.
And what was that all about? Going back. Oh, is this like what year was this? Maybe 2 years ago. AJ Styles, before he turned heel and got with Gallows and Anderson. Yeah, Vince McMahon was like trying to motivate him. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
And then he like fired him up and said some really crazy things backstage, which I can't recall at the moment. And then AJ Styles just like punched him or slapped him or something. And Vince was like, yes, that's what I wanted.
This is such good shit.
Like, you wanted to be punched by AJ Styles or... But I don't remember what that was. I don't remember, because that never led to anything.
Right.
You know?
No, it was just like
I'm
lighting
looking
a
that
fire under AJ.
I'm looking that up.
Yeah, but we should probably get back to talking about the show. Of course, Lashley beat Sammy, so that puts Raw up 3-1.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Vince McMahon slapped AJ.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I knew it was odd when you said AJ punched McMahon.
Yeah,
Like, I know
no,
they had an
no.
interaction like that.
No, Vince slapped him and then AJ punched him.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. And then he was like down on the ground. AJ walks away and Vince was down on the ground and he's like smirking. He's like, I love that. It's exactly what I wanted.
You should have grabbed the fucking mic and said, "This is such good shit."
Like all that's what made AJ Styles turn heel. I don't know.
Yeah. But,
Either way.
yeah, like I said, Raw's up 3 to SmackDown's 1 after this. And, yep, this matchup, another good matchup, the match between the women's champions, Asuka and Sasha Banks.
Yep. These two always put on a good match.
Yes, and they put on countless good matches throughout 2020 because they faced they had a whole feud in the summer. And, I think Asuka really won that feud, to be completely honest. So it was nice to see Sasha Banks come out and beat Asuka after that earlier this year.
Yeah, they're both the best anyways. They're the two best in my opinion. What's that mean? Are you interested?
The best on Raw? Yes, I agree. Sasha is one of the best on SmackDown. I get this person is still fairly new, but honestly, I think the best women's athlete
Bianca
on SmackDown.
Belair.
Yes.
Athlete or wrestler?
Both. She's a great character as well.
Oh, I think Bianca Belair is a star. Her and Montez Ford. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, have them win the next mixed match challenge if they ever do one again.
I just think overall, Sasha, just because of her longevity, how long she's been there and what she's done, I think, right now she stands above Bianca Belair. But Belair is definitely going to be one of the biggest stars ever in the company for sure.
Right. I'm excited to see what Bianca does. But going back to this, it's looking like Sasha's going to have a nice solid reign as SmackDown Women's Champion, which is really nice to see.
Finally.
Considering all of her Raw Women's title reigns, she couldn't even defend the title successfully.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know how bad that made her look?
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, you still have a lot of people who love Sasha, and they're saying, no, Sasha's still the best, blah, blah, blah. Like, when she couldn't successfully defend a women's title, that just made her look so bad, in my opinion.
But now it's really boss time.
Yeah.
Truly.
God, she's on SmackDown too, so we have to. I hope Cole gets drafted to Raw the next one if Sasha stays on SmackDown.
So it's not Tom Phillips saying it all the time?
No, I thought Michael Cole. I thought Michael Cole was saying that. I thought Michael Cole was on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Michael Cole saying. Oh, you don't like
Well,
hearing him
yeah.
say it?
Gosh, I don't know. It's just
It's
like
boss time. Or it's like,
the
it's
big
the
dog.
big dog.
Yeah.
It's like a video game where it's just like, you know it's coming in the same spot
Right.
every time, like right when they enter, right when they come out onto the stage.
Ladies and
Um,
gentlemen, it's boss time.
How many roll-up pins have we seen in the past month?
A lot.
Roll-up pins for like an actual win, not just sequences in a match, but an actual roll-up pin to
For
win
an
a match.
actual win.
I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 every matches. 9 out of 10. 9 out of every 10. There we go. 9 out of every 10 matches have ended in a roll-up type pin.
God, and that's very just
Oh my god,
they're
that's
using that
lazy.
as yeah. You know, it's good for some wins, but for some
No.
wins,
Stop
I
trying to
mean,
protect. You don't need to protect stars. If someone's going to lose, they're going to lose. Why are you afraid to finish someone off? And that's the other thing, because they're afraid that they're going to make someone look really weak by having them go down with a finisher or a big move. But they're also afraid that they can't continue a feud by ending a match with a finisher. Listen, if you have a singles match and someone beats someone with a pedigree or an FU or
RKO.
whatever, an RKO, and then you go to that next match and it's a cage match or a Hell in a Cell or a Last Man Standing, you're not hurting anybody. You know what I mean? But if I could see if you're doing a series of 2 or 3 singles matches with no stipulation, maybe you can get away with doing the roll-up pin or like the distraction from the outside or like slip on a banana peel. Oops, I made a mistake. I beat myself type
Yeah,
thing.
no. They pretty much that's pretty much how the McIntyre Orton feud went down. SummerSlam, McIntyre won with the roll up. The next pay-per-view, I think it was it Clash?
I mean, whatever
Clash
it
of Champ
was.
Yeah, Clash of Champions was after that. And that was an ambulance match.
Mm-hmm.
And McIntyre won that with all the legends, but then that gave Orton like the perfect excuse as to why he should get one more match, and they did, which Orton did end up winning, and then they had another match which McIntyre won the title back.
Like, you can't, in this match, if you're going to have Sasha beat Asuka, you can't give me a frog splash to finish this match. Like, out of all the times that Asuka's won matches, is it really going to hurt Asuka to lose to Sasha on a frog splash?
Right.
Rather, like, I'm not going to look at Sasha. I'm not going to look at Asuka any different coming out of this. If she gets beat with a roll up, I actually look at her as more weak losing to a roll up than losing to a frog splash. Because if she lost to a frog splash, I'd be like, damn, that sucks. I wouldn't get up from that either.
Yeah.
But she lost to a roll up. I'd be like, I'm thinking like, nobody's
Exactly.
ready. Nobody's ready for Asuka, but you ain't ready for the roll up.
I know Banks left in the bank statement at least like twice in that match too.
Well, they don't want Asuka to tap out, which I'm okay. I don't want Asuka to tap out
Okay.
either. I don't think neither of these women should be tapping out. But Sasha deserves, if she's going to get this win, she deserves to get it decisively. And I'm not saying you have to have her tear Asuka apart, but in the end, have something happen. Have Asuka run into the turnbuckle. Sasha moves out of the way. She's in the corner, moves out of the way. Asuka runs into the turnbuckle. She puts the bank statement on. Asuka grabs the rope. The 5 count happens. Sasha gets up on the top rope. Asuka's down, trying to recover from the bank statement. She hits her with a frog splash. Match over. Like, why can't we do that? That doesn't make Asuka look weak. That just makes Asuka look like she battled and she got beat by a big move. Now, coming out of this, I'm like, Asuka, for real? Like, you just lost to a roll-up? Like, have you not watched any clips of any matches happen in the past month? Everyone's losing by a roll-up. Like, that'd be my game plan going into a match, how to defend the roll-up. Like, I'm defending the roll-up right now in a wrestling match more than I am with anything else, as crazy as that sounds, because everyone's losing the roll-up. So,
That's crazy.
yeah, just Survivor Series, SmackDown versus Raw, title versus title. I didn't like the finish.
Exactly.
I like the match.
This is supposed to be the best women's wrestler on each show because they're the champions. So show it like that. Have one of them finish the other off with a finisher or a move, not a roll up.
Yeah, that's my only problem with that.
Yeah. Anyways, that put Raw that put SmackDown to 2 wins. So it's now 3-2 in favor of Raw. And up next is the Women's Survivor Series elimination match. We had Nia, Shayna, Lacey, Peyton, and Lana representing Raw. And then we had Bayley, Natalya, Bianca, Liv, and Ruby on SmackDown.
Hey, Josh. Get off the turnbuckle. Go stand on the stairs.
No, fine.
Watch this match. You're not allowed to tag in.
And then Lana's the sole survivor.
Oh,
like,
man.
what?
Yikes. This was actually pretty good. I don't know. Oh, God. Lana didn't even win. Like, and that's the thing. And again, like, I don't even know what to say about this, man. I don't even know what to say about it. Because I thought it was creative in the way that they handled Lana. But also, oh, God, it was just so weird and so cartoonish, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, why did Lana win? Why did she have to win? And I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this match, other than the fact that Lana tagged in and won. That they didn't allow her to tag back in, and then she literally won the match standing on the stairs outside the ring.
See, this was a situation where I would have been okay if Lana won with a roll-up. But she just did nothing. Like, it's funny, but at the same time, it's also kind of disappointing. And it seems like they're really trying to build up Bianca because, I mean, she held her own against Shayna and Nia. But let's go back to the beginning of this match. The first person eliminated in this match was Bayley.
Yeah.
That was the biggest shock of this match.
After being a champion for like 7 years in a row, yeah.
That was crazy. And she got eliminated by Peyton Royce. So are they trying to do something with Peyton?
No. Absolutely not.
That was just incredible.
I hope they are, because I love Peyton Royce.
Yeah.
I love looking at her, at least. But
yeah, but then she got eliminated after that.
She's a very good wrestler. Peyton Royce is the better of the Iconics. In the ring.
And then she tapped out right after that to Natalya Sharpshooter.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with Peyton. I think they're just they have this formula in these elimination matches where it's like, this person eliminates somebody, and then right after they get the elimination, they get eliminated. So it's almost like saying, okay, before I go out, let me look strong for like 2 seconds. So it was like Peyton eliminates Bayley, and it's like, wow, Peyton Royce looks great. And then 2 minutes later, she's tapping out to Natalya. And then probably right after that, Natalya probably got eliminated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got the women's right. Boom, down, done. Then Natalya's gone. So, yeah, Bayley being eliminated was an interesting first choice. I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah. And then Natalya going right after her.
Yeah,
Like,
the two veterans.
to be completely honest, I was expecting either Liv or Ruby to be the first elimination.
Me too.
Which, I mean, they weren't. And Liv and Ruby did pretty well in this match. Everybody did pretty well in this match. Even the short time that Lana was in the ring. And then they just had her stand on the steps, which, oh my god, that's absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's going after the women's tag team titles with Asuka.
Oh my god. Is this gonna lead to her beating Asuka for the women's title?
Oh my god, I swear if it does.
I think it might, dude. It's usually how they do
if
this
you want
stuff.
to do that, you gotta build up Lana a little more.
Well, I think they're trying to do that. I just don't know why. Having her win matches where she's not doing anything is not the way to do it.
Right. And I had this feeling that Lana was gonna be the sole survivor somehow, some way, because right before Survivor Series, they came out with a whole chronicle on Lana's trying to prove herself to Nia and Shayna and everybody else. So.
She also got put through an announce table like 10 weeks in a row.
Right. The streak got broken. This was more disappointing than when the Undertaker streak got broken.
Yeah, I thought for sure after the match,
Nia was gonna put her through the table?
No. I thought Lana was gonna put Nia through the table. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, I thought Nia was gonna put Lana through the table after that.
Does the women's tag title match at TLC have a stipulation?
No, but it needs to be a tables match.
Yeah. That would be hilarious to see Lana put Nia through a table to win the women's tag title.
Just get Nia on the announce table and then put Lana on the top turnbuckle and pull a Shane McMahon.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that would go horribly. That would go real horrible.
No, what I think is interesting, I know we're talking about this a lot, but TLC coming up, only 2 matches of the 6 that are scheduled have stipulations.
Oh, as I look back in my notes, Nia was about to put Lana through the announce table, but she got held back by the refs.
Did she?
Yeah. That's what it says. What were you saying about TLC?
Yeah, I remember that.
Just to let everybody know, Josh has TLC on his mind tonight.
I really do. I'm excited for the pay-per-view.
We talked about TLC a
this
lot
point,
before this recording.
It's Thursday, December 10th, so we are about 1.5 weeks away from TLC, and I'll definitely drop a prediction video for TLC. I'll probably talk about it some more tonight, but I'll try to focus on Survivor Series. Bianca Belair shined in this match.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. But having her get eliminated by a countout.
Again, I'd rather see her get pinned because have her beat Nia. You know what I mean? Have her beat Nia or pin Nia in here, and then have Lana. No, then you can't have Lana beat her. Yeah. Right. So this was the only way. If they really wanted Lana to win that bad, this was really the only way. But why'd we have to have Lana win? I don't know. I feel like they just didn't care with this match. Obviously, because of the outcome, it just seems like they didn't care. It was like a joke to them.
I think the only thing they really cared about was trying to get Lana over.
Which shouldn't really be a thing, So I think they didn't care. I think it was a joke. It was just a fun thing for them. Like it
And
was a
they've
fun.
tried this with Lana before.
Have they?
Yeah. I remember when she faced Naomi for the SmackDown Women's title?
Yeah, but she didn't win.
Well, yeah, she didn't win, but I mean, like, they're trying to build her up to look like a legitimate threat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do hope her in-ring skills, or I hope we see her do more in the ring.
Mhm.
And I'm sure she could be a great, like, wrestler if they let her actually wrestle. But it's just not what they're doing.
Time for the match of the night.
I thought you said the match of the night was the tag title match.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, this was my match of the
I
night.
think that this next match was the match of the night, to be honest with you, now that I think back to it.
The main event, the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre taking on the Universal Champion Roman Reigns. This was a physical, all-hell match, and this was, without a doubt, in my opinion, the match of the night.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have to say this was the match of the night. I thought the tag team match was fantastic too. It was like a hair behind this one. But yeah, this was one of the best matches I've seen one-on-one with no stipulation in a long time.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, as much of a Roman Reigns fan as I am, I was looking, and I am a huge he's my favorite, but I was looking more for Roman Reigns and Randy Orton. Like that's what I wanted. That's just me personally. And when it got turned to Drew McIntyre, I was still excited, but I was more excited for the Orton Reigns matchup. But, however, I liked this a lot, man. I like this a lot. These two are a good match for each other.
Yeah, and I should have mentioned this earlier, when we were talking about the Women's Survivor Series match. Of course, since the Raw Women's Survivor Series team won, that means Raw won the whole pay-per-view, with 4 wins, and they should have let this be the deciding match. I feel like that really would have went a long way, and that would have made this match so much more intriguing.
Right, because you
But,
don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah. Because, like, going into this match, and nothing against Randy Orton, but when it was Roman versus Orton, I think we all had that gut feeling that Roman was going to come out winning. But with McIntyre, like, I just think that was more of an unpredictable match for me. And, this should have been the deciding match because you didn't know who was going to win. And, Roman ended up winning with Jey Uso's help, which I'm not surprised Jey Uso came out. Didn't Roman hit a low blow in this match too?
Yeah, because that's his new thing. But if you go back earlier in the night, what we didn't mention is backstage, Roman upset with Jay for losing.
Right.
For not guiding Team SmackDown to victory after they got swept. Jimmy returns and tells Roman to lay off of Jay, like, you don't need this, man. Let's go. Let's get out of here. And he said, yeah, get out of here. Like, get out of the arena. Get out of my arena.
Yeah.
Get out of my Thunderdome.
Roman is a great heel.
Oh, he's the best. Apparently, Jay didn't leave.
No, Jay didn't
because
leave.
He came back out here and helped Reigns. But yes, Reigns did hit a low blow. He hit a couple Samoan drops on the announce table.
He speared McIntyre through the barricade.
They went through the announce table. Yup, a spear through the barricade. Yeah, heavy hitting match, man.
Yeah.
We had a referee knocked out, which we haven't seen in a while, which is actually where Jay came out. Oh, and then Jay hit a super kick.
Yeah.
Oh, this was my only issue with the match. Again, I do have a problem. I'm a big person on finishes, you know this.
Yeah.
The guillotine choke. That's how we ended this.
Yeah. How did you expect it to end off of a spear?
I expected a super kick into a spear.
A super kick into a spear. That's fair. When I look at this, Roman's been in WWE for how long? 8 years?
Yeah,
And the
it's
only
8,000
finisher
spears.
the only finisher he really ever had was the spear. I'm happy he has this guillotine choke. I like
Yeah,
this
but
new finisher.
I like it, but the spear is more geared for this type of match, like this heavy hitting. I mean, you're trying to take down this big ass. That's the move you want. The for all the intensity and all the things that happened in this match, for it to finish with a chokehold and pass out was just lackluster for me. I wanted that, you know what I mean? I wanted bang to end the match, and I was actually I was really disappointed with the finish to this. But I loved the match. I thought it was great. But I was just like, what? Like the choke? They chose that for this one?
No,
You
I'm
know?
glad they did. And of course,
It
McIntyre tried to stand up,
again. Well, they're trying to protect McIntyre, which again is not needed here. Um,
I like
McIntyre.
the way they ended this match. I disagree with you. I think having McIntyre pass out, like you had these two fought until they passed out, or until one of them passed
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah, I just like it to end with like a big bang, you know. It is what it is. I think this match was great.
yeah, and you know, Roman, I think I love the guillotine. I love the new finisher.
Paul
Just
Heyman's facial expressions,
oh my God, who does he
gold.
think he is? Paul Bearer?
But he did a great job, man.
Yeah,
He like you don't see. I mean, he's always making faces, but during the match, you don't you don't always see him because they don't always show him. But if you watch him in the background, like the faces he's making, it is freaking hilarious, man. He is like so into it and so invested in what's going on, and I love his facial expressions.
one of the
Anybody who
greatest
doesn't watch,
managers of all time.
yeah, you gotta keep your eye like peeled for Paul Heyman in the background because he's got some of the best facial expressions, especially during matches. Coming down the ramp, you know, with Reigns and stuff is funny, and then like after matches over his shoulder and stuff. But during the match, just keep your eyes on Heyman, man, for a little while, and you'll laugh. You'll laugh pretty hard. Trust me on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Heyman's he's always done that, and just
But I
he
feel like
he's
he's turned it up recently. Like he's got like some really exaggerated faces for this Reigns thing. I love it.
that's fair. And yeah, you know, there were times when he was with Brock Lesnar, he was like, Brock Lesnar, you're going too far with this, blah blah blah. But when you go back to what
Yeah.
Roman was doing to Jay at Hell in a Cell, I don't think I've ever seen Paul Heyman like that. Like he looked legitimately worried and
Mhm.
was like literally begging Roman to stop.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I
was
love that too.
yeah, Heyman, gosh, um, wow, what a guy.
What a legend.
But
Does he need to be with Roman Reigns? No. But does he do a great job? Yes.
yeah, All right. So let's go ahead and talk about what happened next to close off the show.
Yes.
Um, Before I get started with this, I just want to say thank you to Mark Calloway for everything you've contributed to the WWE business and just for being one of the being one of the greatest characters we've ever had in WWE.
Yeah, I second that. Thank you, Mark Calloway, also known as The Undertaker, for 30 strong years. Um, I've spoken on this many times. He competed for my entire lifetime. He
Yeah,
started the year. He started, when I was 3 months old, and he's pretty much been competing for the entire time that I've been breathing. So it's amazing to know that someone has been able to do what these guys do for 30 years, and to do it so incredibly strong like he has done for the entire time that he's done it is amazing. So thank you, Undertaker, and we will miss you in this business for sure.
yeah,
Big
and
big loss.
you know, I'm gonna say this right now. Um, I was supposed to go to WrestleMania 36, and the thing is, I've never seen The Undertaker perform live. So I was incredibly excited that I was gonna be able to go to WrestleMania because I was like, I'm probably gonna get to see The Undertaker live, right? But due to circumstances, of course, that didn't happen. Um, so it was a major letdown knowing that I'm probably never gonna get to see The Undertaker wrestle live. But
Hmm.
um, ultimately in the end, it's his decision, and he's been an incredible performer for 30 years, and you really can't ask for much more from the man. He was loyal and just did so much for the company.
Yeah, I
Uh,
just can't believe it. I just can't believe it finally came, because we all knew it was coming at some point. Um, I mean, I didn't honestly. I thought he was gonna wrestle for his entire life. Because there were so many instances where you would think he would retire, or you thought he retired, but he came back and was like, no, he's just gonna keep going. But yeah, congratulations to him, man. What a fantastic career. Probably the greatest career from start to finish anyone's ever had.
yeah, without a doubt. And before we get started on The Undertaker coming out, let's go ahead and start with the legends. You had many of his close friends come out,
Hmm.
many legends of the WWE. So that was really, really cool to see. What I think is funny is Kane is the only one that came out in gear.
And
Do you
they
have
were
any thoughts?
all they were all scared of him too.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I saw Kane when he entered the ring. He kind of stayed away. Like everybody else, when they entered the ring, they were like hugging each other, shaking hands with one another. But Kane just sort of entered the ring and stood off to the side. And I think the reason of that is because he's the mayor of Knox City in Tennessee, or Knox County in Tennessee, and he doesn't want people to see him setting a bad example with the COVID restrictions. So I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I guess that's why. I took it more like he's Kane and everybody else is everybody else. Um,
Yeah.
Kane. I've never seen Kane hug anybody. Probably.
Especially no, he's hugged Daniel
Yeah,
Bryan. Come
yeah,
on.
okay, man. But besides that, come on.
Yeah. Um, it was a cool thing they did, and then
Hmm.
they had a video package, and everyone left the ring.
So wait, do we want to mention who was there? I got the list if you want me to go down it.
Yeah, go ahead and go down the list.
So we had Shane McMahon, The Big Show, JBL, Jeff Hardy, Mick Foley, The Godfather, The Godwins, Savio Vega, Rikishi, Kevin Nash, Booker T, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Triple H, and as you mentioned, Kane. I just want to mention a few names that I've told you in the past that I thought were going to be there once they started bringing legends out, and I was expecting to be there. But for whatever reason or not, they weren't there. I thought for sure John Cena, Kurt Angle. I thought Edge. I think there was one more, and it's not coming to mind right
Batista.
now. Oh, Batista. But
I thought Brother Love wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Brother Love was gonna come out, and I just thought of him. And another person I really wanted to see come out was DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
Yeah.
Because like it's crazy. He was the first one to introduce the Undertaker.
Right. Legendary audio right there.
Yeah. From Death Valley, I bring to you the Undertaker. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Just adding the laugh at the end and everything. Just head. And gosh, it's really hard to believe that the moment came. But like I said, we'll get to that in a minute. Then we had, of course, a video package air that recapped the career of the Undertaker. And
great video package there.
yes, and then you had Vince McMahon. That was very important.
I thought for sure he was going to start crying.
He looked like he was about to break down.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame him. This was one of Vince McMahon's greatest creations in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And The Undertaker took that to the next level. And, Vince and The Undertaker have such a strong relationship with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought he was gonna cry. I cried. Let's put that out there right now.
I had tears. I was watching with my parents, and I think my dad fell asleep during it.
Your dad fell asleep during the Undertaker's final farewell?
He fell asleep when all the legends were coming out.
Oh dear.
I know. I woke him up, but yeah. He introduced the Undertaker. Undertaker came out, and
the last entrance ever, huh? It's just, it's really a shame. It's a shame that this had to happen with no crowd.
Yes.
I really feel bad for the Undertaker that he didn't get to go out in front of people. That really bothered me to the point where it just almost didn't seem real at the time it was happening. I think it just didn't seem real because I never thought it was going to happen in general. But
right.
For it to happen without a crowd, it was almost like, this is just and they'll do another one when the crowd gets back. That type of feeling that this is not the actual farewell, but it is, and it wasn't a dry run. It wasn't a rehearse. It kind of almost felt like, like a preparation for the actual moment. And it didn't feel like the real moment, it just didn't feel like the real farewell. It didn't feel like when he was making the walk, with no crowd. But I got chills, as always, goosebumps when he was walking out and making his entrance. And the way he raised up outside the ring was incredible.
Oh yeah. Right there with the turnbuckle.
Mm-hmm. They kind of raised him up instead of him walking up on the stairs. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Great visuals there.
And Undertaker cut a classic Undertaker promo. And it was really short, but it was really sweet. And basically what he said was that after putting so many people to rest, it was now the Undertaker's time to rest in peace.
Rest in peace. You gotta say it right. Come on, Josh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
that was incredible, man. That whole moment, I'll never
for
forget it.
me, for me, it's hard to talk about because, like I said, I really wanted to see him perform live.
Hmm.
But you know, it's okay. Um, and like you said, the fact that he had to do this in front of no crowd was really unfortunate. I was hoping that they were going to do something like or I was hoping they were gonna wait for him or wait for them to have a crowd for him to come back. Maybe not have him appear again and like after that Mania match, just
Hmm.
have him come back um sometime when a crowd is back and then have him do the whole thing there. But
Let's talk about one of the greatest parts of this whole segment, though, and that was Paul Bearer being there.
that was incredible.
They had like this image of Paul Bearer standing on the turnbuckle, or I'm sorry, standing on the apron, and the Undertaker was down on a knee, raised his arm up. That was cool, man. I really like that they did that. Paul Bearer deserves that. He was a Paul Bearer, being a huge part of the Undertaker's career. A lot of people don't know how much he had to do with the Undertaker, not just on screen, but in his life as well. So Paul Bearer played
Right.
a huge role in the Undertaker's career and his life. So definitely deserved to be honored in one way or another. And I think that was really cool how they didn't just put him up on a screen. They put him like in the ring as a hologram, life size, with the urn, the whole to do. So I think that was really cool.
Yeah, because we all know if Bear was still alive today, um he would have been at that event
Oh
without a
no,
doubt.
no doubt. Yeah.
Um
But yeah, we got one final cutthroat and walk into the sunset. Rode off into the sunset.
yeah, we got that last fist raise, man.
Sad.
And it's sad, but it was also like I don't think I've ever appreciated The Undertaker more than I have that night.
Yeah, you gain a whole new respect for him just because of the way he decided to go out, like putting himself to rest. You know what I mean? And then I don't know, it was incredible to see him walk up the ramp, raise his fist one last time, look back at the ring for the last time ever, and knowing that that was like the last time he'll ever walk out of a WWE ring, you know, for on television,
Right.
and I don't know, man, the whole thing was just surreal for me, but it happened. It's in the books, ladies and gentlemen. The Undertaker is finally retired. Um, and like we said before, thank you. You know.
Yes. And we know he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. And
Hmm.
I really hope that we do have a crowd back when he does get inducted. So,
Yeah, I don't think they'll do inductions until a crowd comes back. Or I hope they don't.
yeah. I mean, I think that just makes it more meaningful.
Yeah, you have to. For me, in my opinion, you have to have a crowd for inductions
Yeah.
to do for the inductees. It's only fair.
Yeah. And that's why there was no class of 2020 Well,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was a class of 2020, but from what I've heard, they're pushing that back to 2021 if there's a crowd, I think. Uh,
I don't know.
but I mean, hey, like I said, and like you said, the inductees definitely deserve a crowd when they're being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And Undertaker will definitely be in the Hall of Fame someday.
No doubt.
But
No questions asked there.
yeah. And really, if you think about all the other legends who have went out in the WWE, Shawn Michaels lost a retirement match. Ric Flair lost a match to
Mm-hmm.
Undisputed. And it seems like that was a common thread, but and of course you had the ones who had to go out due to injury,
Mm-hmm.
the ones who went out unannounced, but they did this for the Undertaker, and that was so cool.
It was.
Um, so thank you once again, 30 years of the Undertaker, and
I thought you were going to say 30 years of Canvas Critique.
oh my God. Imagine if we went on for YouTube probably won't even be a thing in 30 years if we're being completely honest.
Yeah, it'll be some totally different app.
Right? Like it's just crazy how technology has evolved.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that wraps up this episode. So thank you guys for listening. Joey, thanks for co-hosting with me as always.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it always. 10 episodes in the books, guys.
10 episodes, yes. And of course, the next episode will probably be TLC. But really quickly, before I end off, I want to announce that we will be doing a throwback Royal Rumble pay-per-view, our second throwback episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, as this is premiering right now, I want you guys to go ahead and put in the live chat which year you would like us to review. Obviously, we're going to review the 2021 Royal Rumble, so don't be stupid and put that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you have any,
people are still gonna do it. Now that you said it, they're definitely gonna do it.
yeah. But if anybody has a special request of Royal Rumble they really want us to see review, definitely drop it in the chat in the premiere. Send me a DM, send Joe a DM. And speaking of that, Joe, you can go ahead and plug yourself.
Are you only doing that on here, or are you putting a
I will probably end up putting something on my Instagram story,
Mm-hmm.
like a question sticker saying, which Royal Rumble would you like to see us review? And then people could respond.
Okay.
But overall, it is our decision in the end. So if the year you wanted to see us review doesn't get picked, it's nothing personal. It's just what Joey and I decided to do.
All right, so I'm gonna plug myself. Let's see where we got Instagram, Twitter. Instagram, you can find me and follow me at Coach Joe Baseball. On Joey D Baseball. You can go subscribe to my YouTube at the Joey D's. Listen to my music, watch all my videos, be entertained, and that's about it. But thank you guys for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you guys for TLC. It looks like we have one more show for 2020, correct, Josh?
Yes, one more show.
All right.